The story of the Kennewick Man started when the skeleton of a man was discovered on July 28, 1996, near the Columbian River in Kennewick, Washington State, on the land owned by the Army Corps of Engineers. The bones were then later on identified by the forensic anthropologist James Charters. Follow-up to the discovery of the skeleton, there has been a controversy regarding to whom the remains should belong to. The scientists believe that the Kennewick Man appeared to be as ancient as 9,000 years old and display features affiliated to a Caucasian man. However, the Native American believed that the skeleton had to be an ancestor of an Indian tribe that used to live on the land. In my opinion, I believe the scientists have the stronger claim to Kennewick Man's remains. First, such archaeological discovery can have a great impact on U.S. history as we know it. When it was found, distinct physical traits concluded that the skeleton was not Native American. Scientists believe that it was a Caucasian man who would have been in the Americas prior to the Indians. Such discovery makes it crucial for the anthropologists to claim the remain of the 9,500 years old man in order for them to better understand who this man was and where did he come from. This discovery is part of history. It should not be restricted to belong only to the Native American as part of the cultural heritage, as it could restrain significant historical information that has to be exposed. Second, I don't think the Native American have a strong claim to demand the remain of the Kennewick Man. The arguments state that such ancient remain located in that particular region has to be an ancestor of an Indian tribe. As the leader of the Umatilla tribe said, their oral history goes back 10,000 years ago, and they know how time began and how Indian people were created. Scientists can say whatever they want, they are being disrespectful. The fact that the anthropologists were fighting to be able to study the remains of the Kennewick Man, the leader of the main Indian tribes, took this as an offense. The scientists were digging up an authentic Indian grave, which is not only illegal, but also unethical. Taking this claim a little farther, we're talking about a man who lived 10,000 years ago. At that period of time, what did it mean to be Native American, really? Then finding an individual as Native American is tricky because in terms of DNA, we're all the same inside. Professor of Genetics and Psychiatry at Yale Medical School recently put it this way. In lectures, I announced that human races do not exist if by race you mean a discrete category, a quantitatively different subgroup of humanity. When I look at DNA, I see no racial differences. There tend to be more DNA variation within each population group than between groups, and such variation is present broadly around the world within every population. Lastly, there has been many theories in determining if whether or not Native American were the first civilization in America. Howard, an archaeologist supporting the idea of a Palestinian age in America, due to the finding of artifacts that have belonged to that era. However, it was very hard for an archaeologist to prove this point, as question of early men in America became virtually taboo, and no anthropologist, or for that matter geologist or paleontologist, desirous of a successful career, will attempt to say that he had discovered indication of respectable antiquity for the Indian. It was only until he made the discovery of the Paleo-Indian tools discovered near Clovis, New Mexico. The discovery of these artifacts supported the Howard argument about civilization prior to the Native Americans. In conclusion, I believe that the scientists have a stronger claim over the remains of the Kennewick Man. First, because the chance of having found such an old skeleton is part of our world history, and the knowledge that will be extracted from that discovery needs to benefit not only the field of science, but also every individual in order for us to better understand history. Second, how can we really identify someone as Indian? There are so many things to consider in order to label an individual as part of an ethnic group. So concerning the controversy of the Kennewick Man, I will stand on the scientist's side of the debate. Thank you for watching my video.